When it comes to success, Jeff Bezos has a few strategies up his sleeve, like getting 8 hours of sleep each night, spending time with his family, and emphasizing work-life balance. Is this the path to being a billionaire? At the time this film was being produced, Bezos' constantly fluctuating net worth was roughly $190 billion. He opposes the idea of overworking, in contrast to some CEOs, and science supports him. This millionaire knows what's best for his productivity and creativity, so he's stepping down as CEO of Amazon. Let's investigate the richest person in the world's everyday routine. Jeff Bezos doesn't live a hurried or busy life. Instead, he makes time to relax, refuel, and think things through. He discussed how he manages such a hectic schedule in his speech at the Economic Club of Washington, D.C. in 2018. It all begins with waking up early. According to Bezos, he often awakens at about 6:30 a.m. He's not the only CEO who's made waking up early a habit. Apple CEO Tim Cook gets up at 3:45 a.m. Indeed, early rising is a popular strategy among the world's most successful people. A 2016 report published in the Wall Street Journal claims that the hours around 4 a.m. may be the most productive time of the day. There are no distractions, no one texting you or bothering you, and you can work at your own pace. For Bezos, it's not just about getting up to be more productive, but to have some time to himself and get his brain ready for the busy day ahead. After waking up, the Amazon founder doesn't rush his mornings. He takes time to do things you might not think of as traditionally productive for a big-time CEO. His early morning activities include reading the newspaper, having a coffee, and making a big breakfast to enjoy with his kids. This morning routine also includes chores. Bezos is usually in charge of doing the dishes. Doing things with his family that don't relate to work is a big part of how Bezos makes it through his day. Instead of work-life balance, he likes to refer to his strategy as work-life harmony. He told Thrive Global that he prefers this term because balance tends to imply a strict trade-off. He went on to say that if I'm happy at work, I'm better at home. And if I'm happy at home, I come into work more energized, a better employee, and a better colleague. Bezos' strategy of taking time for menial tasks and basically doing nothing associated with work is backed up by science. According to a study by the University of California, Santa Barbara, taking time allows the mind to wander and be more creative. An article by Forbes also highlights that there isn't necessarily a relationship between working hard and working smart. Instead, the most effective executives are those who can both act and reflect. Bezos isn't the only CEO who sometimes gets his best ideas while completely away from work. Elon Musk, who's worth about $186 billion at the time of this video, claims that some of his best ideas come to him in the shower. Once Bezos is out the door, it's time to head straight to Amazon HQ. The first meetings of the day are those that require the most brain power, so he sets them up for his peak performance time around 10 a.m. He says, "I like to do my high IQ meetings before lunch, like anything that's going to be mentally challenging." His most productive time is between 10 a.m. and midday. So he uses those hours to make a few high-quality decisions instead of frequent small ones. Performance peaking early in the day isn't uncommon. Author Daniel Pink revealed in his New York Times bestseller, The Scientific Secrets of Perfect Timing, that sharp-minded analytic capabilities peak in the late morning or around noon. Moreover, scientists who have studied this have agreed that speed and accuracy are better in the late morning and that it has to do with our natural wake cycles. After getting the most challenging tasks done early, Jeff Bezos uses his late afternoon to schedule smaller meetings. He likes to take impromptu meetings on warehouse floors at least once a week. Bezos' days won't exactly get less busy now that he's stepping away as Amazon CEO. He'll be taking on a new role as executive chairman, which will involve weighing in on big-picture decisions. When announcing his transition to his employees, Bezos demonstrated just how aware he is of his capabilities and how he can't do everything all at once. He wrote, "When you have a responsibility like Amazon, it's hard to put attention on anything else." Jeff Bezos doesn't function as the CEO of his space company Blue Origin either. But as the company's founder, he's involved in big decisions and is often consumed with the idea of where the company will go next. He had already completed a quick trip to the edge of space where he experienced weightlessness, making him only the second billionaire ever to go to space aboard his vehicle. The first was Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Group. After a hard day's work, Bezos enjoys business dinners, especially if they're exotic. He once ate an iguana. These evening dinners take advantage of his second peak time. Scientists say that our brain power peaks once in the late morning and again in the early evening. He wraps up his day with something a little productive, and then he's off to bed to prepare himself for a new day ahead. During his conference at the Economic Club, he explained, "I get 8 hours of sleep unless I'm traveling in different time zones. A full night's rest gives him energy and improves his mood." Indeed, Bezos is traveling quite a lot. He owns 2 Gulfstream G650ER private jets worth $70 million each. But whether he's traveling or at home, he knows when to call it quits. When the end of the day starts rolling around, Bezos knows it's time to stop making decisions. He says, "By 5 p.m., I'm like, I can't think about this today. Let's try that again tomorrow." He explained his reasoning to Thrive Global in 2016. If you shortchange your sleep, you might get a couple of extra productive hours, but that productivity might be an illusion. In addition, when it comes to important decisions, Bezos is a firm believer in quality over quantity. An article by Forbes dug deeper into the concept Bezos is referring to, which is known as decision fatigue. The article explains that it's best to decide when you feel mentally fresh, whether you're a CEO, simply need to motivate yourself to work, or make bad money-making decisions when you get tired. Also, an article in the New York Times explains that there is a finite store of mental energy for exerting self-control. Tired people could be talked into almost anything or make decisions based on whims. Not good when you're in the same position as Bezos and control a company like Amazon, worth over $1.6 trillion at the time of making this video. According to a study by Harvard Business Review, sleep is important for solving problems, seeking out different perspectives, and supporting others, all traits you need to keep particularly sharp if you're a leader like Jeff Bezos. This is the essence of the billionaire's daily ritual. Taking care of himself now will enable him to succeed later. Being productive without working oneself to death is what Bezos excels at as a leader. In order to be able to make the most crucial judgments and not worry about the little things, he maintains a strong and keen intellect. According to Bezos, senior executives are compensated for making a few high-caliber decisions. He knows that if he neglects to self-care, those decisions won't be anything near the quality he wants them to be. Your job is not to make thousands of decisions every day. Bezos prioritizes his physical and mental well-being over all else. He makes his billions as he says, it's all about the harmony. What benefits does he get from his routine and work-life balance system? According to his net worth, he is currently earning roughly $140,000 each minute as we make this video, and is expected to have made about $1.6 trillion throughout his 11-minute flight to space. Just another day's job, really. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed the video, and make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications as always. Thank you in advance for your feedback. I am Miss Luxurious, signing off for now. Do not forget to visit our YouTube luxury channel Luxoid to explore the exemplification of the great state of comfort and extravagant living.